Oh boy, AEW Dynamite's premiere on TBS, and because I decided to wear a green out shirt because I have work today, and a green screen technique, I am kind of an idiot on that regard. But enough about my mistakes on that front. Uh, yeah, AEW Dynamite's opening match for the TBS era for Dynamite was Hangman Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson Round 2 in a Showcase of the Immortals matchup. And by Showcase of the Immortals matchup, I mean just go ahead and kill each other because that's what happened in this match. So after the big draw that happened at Winter's Coming, that was a huge hour long, which was awesome, where they wanted to tell basically Broadway's version of wrestling as a 3-act structure, they decided to say, okay, we told the 3-act structure style, now we gotta go for the 2-act structure style, where we go to the massive climactic battle to the epic ending that is Hangman and Page and Bryan Danielson. Because of course. And let's see, within, yeah, that sounds about right, 5 minutes, Hangman and Page have already done a massive suicide dive that crashed his arm, so that was going to be exploited. And Bryan, meanwhile, goes ahead and it's just being Bryan doing the thing and doing the jumping jacks and all that, and you're just having fun with him. Hangman and Page and Bryan agreed to a judge system where they would have 3 judges. They would have Jerry Lynn, and okay, that's a good point. That's a good guy. Okay, he's a good wrestler, so he could be good at this. He could tell this difference in styles. The other 2 were Big Show and Mark Henry, and I was like, my God, if they go to a judge, if they go to a draw, then that means they're going to be rigged. And Bryan's going to go on ranting and say, "Traitor, this thing is rigged." And considering what today is, but yeah, that sounds like a bad idea to talk about that because I'm still pissed about what happened 1 year ago today. But moving on from my dissatisfaction of what happened that day, but yeah, Bryan took on Hangman, and Bryan being Bryan and had to get his fetishizing on because he's already preparing to bleed Hangman like a stuffed pig. Like, oh my God, this match. Oh, yeah, this match was bloody. Like, if you thought Hangman was bleeding profusely on Dynamite, hey, during Winter is Coming, this is actually the one that says, okay, we made them bleed, let's make it more bloody and grotesquely profusely, and even have a picture-in-picture ad saying, like, the viewer discretion is advised, even though it's kind of too late to fix that. Yeah. Bad timing, huh? But yeah. Not a good day for Bryan and Hangman, because now their feud has become so bloodied and intense, you're left wondering, my God, the awesomeness that this match will produce will be most awesome. And Hangman's trying to end it quickly, but nope. We have to get a 30-minute style matchup going, and we get a moment where Bryan bleeds Hangman profusely, and then Hangman gets him bleeding profusely, and all I kept thinking when I heard about that when I was at work was, oh God, is Bryan having his horny moment? Because since pretty much since he started off being in AEW, he has been nothing but having a horny attitude with everything and fetishizing as much as he can. Fruits and vegetables, fetishized. Autobiographies, fetishized. Bloody chests, fetishized. I'm kind of amazed they haven't thought, hey, let's make that an actual character instead of him being, creepy Bryan in interviews with a creepy smile on his face that makes it even more creepier, which we didn't think was possible. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Bryan was like, I'm pretty sure Bryan, when he is going to be interviewed about this match, he's going to go ahead and explain that I was filled with sexually raw, energized, channeling my sexual powers in this match, because it's Bryan. Like, he made this happen. Like, I can't help but laugh every time when I remember, oh wait, Bryan destroyed everyone's love for fruits and vegetables when he decided to go ahead and make a fetishizement out of it. I'm still baffled by that. And then Bryan goes ahead and is just... I'm convinced he secretly reads magazines with bloody fruits and vegetables with bloody chests involved, which means Bryan here will be creepy as fuck. Like, it's just hilarious talking about Bryan in this context because he's just that hilarious on this with his I'm gonna kick people's heads in. And you gotta wonder what was going through his head when he was like bleeding, was having a gushing amount of blood coming out of him. But yeah, and Hangman is just awesome. If you had doubts Hangman wasn't gonna hang as world champ, this match ultimately proves, yeah, he's gonna hang. He's gonna do pretty damn well as world champ because he took it to the limit. If you like, if the hour-long match didn't prove it, this match proved it for people. I hope, though there are still AEW haters, so the WWE Tribalists will be pissed and call Bryan a traitor still. Yay, flag waving. So yeah, this is a classic, a very classic match, and I love the intensity they brought to it. Like, they knew they couldn't replicate completely what they did with their first encounter, so they were like, okay, let's go full press down on the speeder and go right all the way to hell and back. And they did it. They pulled it, everyone. They pulled it. And what a way to start AEW Dynamite on TBS. No idea what the current update is for the viewership. I hope it got high viewership just for that match alone. We still are waiting for the results on that. But yeah, this was a damn good match, and I loved every moment of it. Like, I had to find a site to sell me the unedited cut, which Fight TV has. Damn you, international markets! And your lucky AEW Plus subscription that only had a $2 boost. The best. But besides my immense sadness that we will not get that until the streaming platform, until AEW gets a streaming announcement eventually. Yeah. And even AEW seems to be acknowledging, yeah, the streaming is the future. So more people are probably streaming more than on TV. So there's always going to be that bring up that people will just ignore. But it's a fun brutal matchup, world title contention. We already start, and Wrestle Kingdom already happened, so I'm pretty sure they had to realize we have to try and get to that. We have to get them to notice us. Notice us! We're still awesome. But I don't know what the end game is going to be for Hangman. I still think MJF is going to take the title from him down the road this year, I hope. That's my big bet I'm going for. I'm hoping MJF is the one that ends the fairy tale of Hangman Adam Page just to piss the fans off big time, because MJF is that hated. But he's currently preoccupied in his war of words with CM Punk. I don't know, Bryan was handed his first official loss in AEW. That's not draws, so that's saying something. Start out the new year, Hangman gets a win, Bryan gets his first official loss entirely in AEW. And I love the ticker on their on their nameplates where they say Bryan Danielson has not been pinned in 4+ hours of wrestling on AEW television. Meanwhile, for Hangman and Page, they were like, we kind of don't have anything for him. He hasn't won a match this year. And then there was a very great moment in this match where tensions were high and exhaustion was starting to come in as Bryan suddenly collapsed during the second attempt at doing the buckshot lariat, where Bryan collapses onto the floor, or when Hangman goes for the lariat shot to end him. Symbolism! Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kenny Omega's gonna be pissed about that later. Oh man, Hangman and Bryan decide to replicate Okada and Omega's little second bout. So I'm pretty sure someone from New Japan's gonna be pissed about that. or you know, this. Okay, I honestly think this was deliberate because Okada called out Punk and Bryan, and Punk's already answered saying, "You know where to find me, United Center." And Bryan, he'll find his own way to say it, saying like, "I'm on Omega's level, Okada." So yeah, that's telling that they're trying to call out this whole thing. Uh, oh man. I'm curious to know where Bryan's gonna go with this. Like, we don't have any more other stories for him to tell right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on a little bit of a break, because he's worked his ass off during his first several months in AEW. I think the guy deserves a little bit of a break, but he also has the idea to go to other promotions. And I do hear Jay Whitehall is in Washington currently. Let's do it. For an open challenge match. Could you imagine? So that's gonna be an awesome match. If that is indeed the match that happens, I don't know. I don't know if AEW would want to have that match happen right now in another promotion, but we'll see. They've been all right with New Japan so far. Oh man, I loved this match. It needs to be talked more in the future. So, Hangman, you've proven everyone that you are worthy of that gold around your waist. Now you have another job. You have to keep it. You've already went through a tough challenge, but please know this was your first challenger of what will likely be a probable 11-month reign. Oh, I'm still counting that the pillar of AEW, MJF, is going to take the title and piss everyone off, and Tranquilo Club's going to call out MJF, and MJF is going to get pissed and make comments about him, and thus, War of the Worlds will commence again. But that's neither here nor there. We'll have to see for the next couple of months how Hangman's run as champion goes. This was Neo Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting Hangman Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Championship Round 2 on AEW Dynamite premiere on TBS. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out my content in the description below. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you all next time. Peace and take care. Have a good day, everybody, and welcome to the TBS era of AEW, baby.